Ivy Doomkitty.
Well, hello there. So I just, first of all, I wanted to ask you, who are you cosplaying as?
I am Betty as the Rocketeer.
Absolutely gorgeous. I love this. It's like sexy and beautiful and awesome. And I know that you specifically do a lot of panels and a lot of talks on being very body positive in the world of cosplay. So can you just tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. I have a few different panels. There's one called So They Say You Shouldn't Cosplay, another one called Body Confidence and Positivity in Cosplay. And both, like in general, discuss being accepting of anyone that's interested in cosplaying, regardless of their age, gender, sexual orientation, height, body type, body shape, and just being accepting of everyone, being positive towards everyone. How can we also contribute something to the community and help it grow in a positive manner? How do we deal with people that are negative towards us, and how do we overcome that? I cover various different topics within each one of the panels, but they're all geared towards helping the community grow. And for me, that's just a really big deal because, if we're constantly negative towards one another, we're just all going to destroy ourselves. Why not help something grow and flourish and, try to bring other people in, let them know what cosplay is, introduce them to the craft, and, gain someone else in there that loves doing the same thing that we do.
Right, and I totally agree. I mean, with cosplay booming as it is now, I think that your message is super important because now more than ever, people need to know it's okay to cosplay as whoever you want, whatever you want, doesn't matter, nothing matters, just have fun, and that's the key point to all of this, right? So I wanted to ask you, too, a little bit about your costume. Okay. So you were talking to me a little bit earlier about how you normally make your costumes, but this one you didn't for a certain reason. So I'd like to talk a little bit about that.
Right when I first started cosplaying, a lot of the costumes that I made were like very fabric-based, like Ms. Marvel, Black Hat, my Star Trek red shirt. And I had never worked with fabrics never worked with armor, like props or leather.
Right.
So I had actually asked a friend to help me make the jacket, and I purchased the leather for it, and they unfortunately backed out 2 weeks before the convention, and I had already announced that I was going to be wearing the costume, and it was one of those things where it's like, oh, I have to wear the costume. I can't not. I already announced it.
Right.
And at that point, I said, I'm just going to commission it. So I did. I commissioned the costume. And a friend of mine does a lot of prop work, so I had him do the jetpack and the helmet. And I mean, it came out absolutely beautifully.
Yeah, her stuff is awesome.
And since then, I have grown and I've gained experience in making other costumes. But for me, it's just Betty is such a classic character. She's timeless. I love any form of cosplay. Either you commission it, you make it yourself, you make a percentage. It's a group effort, whatever. It's all in being inclusive of one another, and just being showing creativity in different ways. You can design a costume and have someone make it for you. You can do it from start to finish. You can design it yourself, commission it, and do all the work. But regardless of how you choose to go about having that final product, it's still artistic. It's still you showing your love for the character. As long as you're walking that floor and you're having a bunch of fun, I think that's the most important thing.
That is the key point here, guys. Have a ton of fun. And I just have one more question for you. Well, actually, I guess two more. Do you have any tips on cosplayers that would like to also commission some costume pieces or their whole costumes? Or
Yeah, actually, there's a few different friends that do commissions. Castle Corsetry is fantastic with corsets. I get all my corsets from them. They also do other costume pieces as well. Solar Roboto Industries does a lot of helmets and prop work, as well as BMF Productions, who I use for the jetpack and the helmet. And, just be honest with them with your measurements, otherwise it's not going to fit. And just have fun with it. If you have an idea and you want to design it and send it over to them, most of them are very open and they can realistically tell you what'll work, what won't work. If you want to be involved in that entire process, most are totally fine with it.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for the tips.
Oh, you're welcome.
So finally, my last question, I promise. Where can people find you? What are your next cons and events going to be?
My next show will be Lexington Comic Con in Kentucky.
That's far.
From there, I'm going to be traveling for about 6 or 7 weeks straight.
Wow.
So I'll be doing Emerald City Comic Con, WonderCon, MegaCon, C2E2 in Chicago, Calgary. There's a few others. ACBC, Atlantic City Boardwalk.
I will be there too, actually.
Oh, sweet. Then I'll see you there too. So yeah, there's a bunch. So I'm really excited. Con season's gearing up, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much. So where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr under Ivy Doomkitty, and on YouTube under Ivy Doomkitty Official.
She makes this really easy, folks. So follow her because she's gorgeous and she's super awesome in general. But anyways, I just want to thank you.
Thank you so
very much. Oh, I can't talk. I'm a little starstruck here, I just have to say. But I can't. Thank you very much for the interview. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all of the positive things that you're currently doing for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.